Today's video will demonstrate how to turn pseudocode into a data flow diagram. Hello, I'm James Helfrich. I feel one of the most powerful uses of a data flow diagram is how to understand existing code. The scenario often arises when we have a bug in a single line of code, and we know a piece of data is, well, not quite what it should be. So we have two important questions before we fix the bug. Number one, where did that data come from? And number two is where does that data go after this line of code? A data flow diagram allows us to diagram this flow. It allows us to systematically look at the code base to figure out where this data originated from, as well as where the data is going to. And this is the technique we're going to demonstrate today. We'll start with this very simple pseudocode program. We're going to prompt the user for money and then figure out what the savings will be afterwards. Now, we're going to start with this line of code, prompt for monthly income. We're going to have an interactor, the user, and the user is going to send income to prompt. Next, we're going to have yearly income is derived from monthly income. So we're going to say monthly income goes to convert to yearly, and we get yearly income from that. Next, we're going to say yearly tax goes from compute tax from yearly income. So we have the compute tax function, which then gives us a yearly tax. Now notice I do have monthly income and yearly income as data stores, but I just use them just for a moment. But yearly tax will be used several times, so I'm going to call that a data store. Next, we're going to have our savings computes from yearly tax. And we're going to store that in our savings variable. Now I have all this output. Hey, you might want to move to Morocco because you made a lot of money, or you're in debt, or we're going to put the savings on the screen. Of these, the only thing we really utilize is the savings, and I'm going to send that back to the user. Now, let's say for an example that I want to understand a bug in the savings variable, then I can see where the savings variable came from. It came from update savings, which came from yearly tax, which came from compute tax, which came from convert yearly and prompt and so on. I can trace it back one step at a time to see where the bug originated from. And I can also see where the variable goes afterwards, from update savings or display and then off to the user. This is example 11.1 in the data flow chapter of the software design textbook.